between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Young Kweku has it all teed up. And we're off from Tampa. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Again for the first time to Rashad White. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This one finds Boyd. He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And the Bucs have the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
180!
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Once again, Irving. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Quick on the draw to White. Rob for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Kings, Kings, Kings! Watch out!
3rd down, here's Mayfield. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed. From where they started that drive, Kate, 3 points, kind of feels like the minimum they expected. But I know this, a little scoring can lead to a lot more.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets some space around midfield. He gets loose down the right side. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take the lead on the first play of the drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy. You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off. Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Hardy on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard
line. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. Get some space around midfield. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. But it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Send the screen here to Godwin. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Set.
Here's the give to Irving. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
180. Done.
White has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers with a slim 2-point lead early. It's a Rashad White touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play fake. Penix. This is pulled in by Nicole Hardman. Rolling into enemy territory. Has room down the left sideline. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead on the first play of the drive. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games. This sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out.
And the kick is no good. An early point after left on the table. Maybe later in this game, it's going to be a moment we look back on. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there. He's going to put it back in play. Hardy on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to back him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Intercepted in the end zone. The LSU rookie with the pick.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They give to Irving to start this drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 13-10 ball game. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They start with 2nd and 6. Right back to Irving now. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
It's complete. This is Nguka. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Point right, point. Run. Stop.
Here's Mayfield. Gets his running back. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Play made there by Clark Phillips.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Mayfield now from the gun. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
three. What's that?
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
180. Regular. What's that?
First down, here's Baker. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Run. What's that?
Irving on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Running in the red zone. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Full yardage run for White. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. All set now. First and 10.
Real. What's that?
Drawing up the design keeper. He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Nicole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Penix here from the gun. The left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Penix working from the gun. This is thrown towards the defender instead, and he's the one who makes the play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. On first down, here's Penix. And he tries out the screen. Here's Robinson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Penix to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
That one complete to Pitts. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A gain of 9 yards.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the red zone now. Look, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means 1 last play in this half. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Looking good, but just a little too far left. He missed it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Hardman with a return. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air with Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Motioning one of the tight ends. On 2nd down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Penix throwing, 3rd and 2. This gets the 1st and more. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Setting up the running back screen. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
At that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Penix is going to throw for it. He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points.
Buccaneers 17.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Hardy on the return. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Levine gets it on the draw. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
180! What's up?
Setting up the screen here to Godwin. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Regular. Kings.
Mayfield to throw again. Rise time rolling right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Alert! Hey, alert! Point it right. Run. What's up?
Baker now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Real. 180! Up! Shot!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they make the tackle at the 38. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Catch me in left side by Luka. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Regular, 180! Kings! What?
Stick it in the air. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Nearly went the other way, but only an incompletion on 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
180! Hey, alert! Stop!
3rd and short, Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Point it right. 6. 180! Run.
He'll throw it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They went for it, got the 4 yards they needed. That keeps this drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They give now to White. Running in the red zone. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Mayfield's going to look to throw this. And he gets in for the score. The 2-point conversion successful. That doubles their lead to 4.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, 7 Tiger, 7 Tiger. Let's go.
Here's Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
The coverage.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. You got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Third and long for him here. We look underneath here. Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. He lofts it deep right side. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it. Thought they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First and 10. It's a give to White. It'll be a yard at most there, and it's second down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Irving here from the gun. It's a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be third down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. Got a nice little gain on the ground.
To the line. Here's third and 3. Mayfield will look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
180!
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
180! Regular! Hey, alert 33! What's up?
Baker now. It's his running back. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
180!
Trying to run with Irving. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal.
Good. 20!
Here's another for it. And he's not going to be denied a second time. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers out lead by 10. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix now. To the right side, reeled in by London. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Falcons trailing by 11. Here he is on 2nd and inches. And downfield, and he finds London. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta, 1st down. Now Penix off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Throwing now. That one gonna go against the D. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Playing really good goal line defense, Kate. It's like playing really good triple option defense. It takes everybody doing their job. Offenses in the league today, they love to get those tight ends out in space. You got to win mano a mano. That's exactly what they did.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late.
32, Falcons 29.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Tucker now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10.
180. Real.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Hey, alert, alert! 180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick pass to the right side to Cotton. And the Buccaneers get that first down. That should be enough to start the celebration and earn them this win. Timeouts, their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
That was a good game, bro. You played your heart out. Yeah, nah. I think if you would have, if you wasn't lagging and kicked their field goals, it'd been closer. Hey, man, my heart was beating like shit, bro. You almost had me though, man. You still in the playoffs.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense.
All right.
Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
180!
They're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. Crosses the 35. Still got more room. And Mayfield's able to get him the first down before sliding to a stop. So a timeout's taken. Just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers winning here in Tampa. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize...
Let's go, baby. Might not be in the playoffs, but hey, I might have lost last game, but I'm not lost because I just won. I was on a losing streak coming back, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do, baby. Signing out.